Hello again everyone, I'm Leona and welcome back to Let's Play My Life as a Darklord. Today we're moving on to, the 5th proper level of the 2nd chapter. Don't need any upgrades, let's get straight into it. I'm wearing my spangly new corset, which not only makes my intestines feel like crap, but also gives me an extra 50 MP, so I'm starting with 600 now. This level compared to the last one is absolutely pitiful. I'm just going to do it really easily. It's easy to save up MP when you're facing the enemies. It's compared to what we did, it's nothing. So instead of going for the army squirrels, which might be cute, I'm actually just going to try and get this level done quite quickly. So I'm using iron balls to do more damage rather than dark dresses to help my monsters survive. The enemies come quite slowly in this level, so I'm going to get enough MP to replace anything which dies. I think a few goblins will die from the mages, but it's not a big thing. As usual, you have a couple of trainees to warm you up and give you a few free MP at the start. After that, it does start getting into bandits and black mages. No new enemies, I don't think. It's just this whole level, you're going to be one step ahead of the game. So if you feel you need to build more to counter enemies which appear, then do so. If you don't feel you won't need anything new, then don't build anything new and just save up for when you do. I should probably explain this top floor while I power it up. One of the uses for Muse, which is more mainstream use, I know last time I used them to basically swarm and destroy anything which entered my tower, but the use I probably use the most is as stallers. Not sure whether I've mentioned this before, but during attack animations for either you or the enemy, the battle timer, which appears above the enemy's head, doesn't move. So I'm going to want another floor to stall that enemy. So another good use for Muse is they're really cheap, so you can just, a dark dresser with a Muse is 55 MP, 65 if you want to upgrade it to level 2. Actually, I didn't need to do that, did I? Oh well. As I was saying, during attack animations, the battle timer is paused. But the battle timers on other floors aren't paused at the same time. So if you fill a floor with Muse, because they attack so often, the timer spends half its time paused. The enemy ends up spending about time and a half on that floor than they usually would do. Oh, actually that floor's been quite useful because now the mages will go straight to the scorpions and they'll get destroyed by them. So yeah, if you fill a floor full of Muse, you slow the enemies down quite a lot. Which is why I quite often do it on the top floor, because free Muse on the top floor really slows the enemy down. So it means if something goes wrong, the enemy which reaches the top of your tower gets slowed down, giving you time to kill some of the lower down enemies, and hopefully enough time to build a few more floors higher than the top floor, so that you can take out the enemy which has reached there. I don't really think we need to build anything new. See, like the enemies we're facing coming in groups of 2 at level 2. Was that a single level 3 bandit? And our last level, we've got 3 level 3 bandits now, which is what we had in the last level. I want a few surprises for these level 3 bandits. So actually, let's wait for that mage to pass. Yep. And shove a floor with 3 goblins on it. And another dark dresser with 1 new to slow them down. Another point worth making, if possible, when you've got a group of 3 enemies and you want to build specially for them, build on the 3rd floor, because they all have to face the 3rd floor, but the 1st and 2nd floor they don't all have to pass by. The bandit's not going to make it, is it? No, it's going to get squirrel raped, that's fine. So build on the 3rd floor. That way, when you have a group of 3 enemies, they all have to visit that floor. Hopefully it should be strong enough to take them out. I've only got another 1 group of enemies, I guess, if they come as a group of 3. So as you can see, this level is really easy compared to the last level. It's not going to take that long. No. See, they're not even coming in 2 groups of 3 in a row. It's a group of 3, then a group of 2, then a group of 1. Which is just, it's nothing compared to what we had to deal with in the bonus level. See, I've got 190 NP saved up. Even then, I spent quite a lot of NP which I haven't needed to. And these goblins are going to get brutally hurt by this mage, but never mind. So that's going to disrupt the bandits getting on that floor. Oh well, that's easily rectified. Just build another couple of new floors. Yeah, later on in the game you do get cheaper and more effective ways of stalling the enemy, particularly the slow flots, but also the puppet floors are quite good because they only cost 20 NP for a whole floor. They don't slow the enemy down so much, but they also give them a status effect, so, you know, there are different advantages to all the different floors. That's the strategies of the game. I've only lost 1 goblin. I'll replace that easily enough. There we go. Goblin's back. Back to level 2, so that mage never went there. So that's all the enemies we're going to be facing on this level. Just sit back and watch them get killed, which shouldn't take long. That mage is dead, that mage is dead. And these lot are going to slowly get killed by speed. I think that's how the goblins speed things up. So you might have got the opinion that I think this level was a bit easier than the last one I did. And it is, but never mind. We're working our way towards the boss, which will probably be the next tough level we face. Can't remember whether that boss is really tough or not, but we'll see when we get to it. I think the bonus levels really are the toughest that you face. At least the last level of the game is really quite hard. When you're on chapter 4, the game generally is quite difficult unless you start using the downloadable content. I'm not going to use the downloadable content. 1, because I don't approve of spending more money on the game. This money is a bargain at 1,000 Wii points, but the downloadable content is all very expensive, like 600 Wii points each, I think. So if you want 1 or 2, that's not so bad, but if you buy 2 of them, you've already doubled the price of the game, and they do make the game easier, so think about whether you want to take away from the longevity of the game by buying these downloads. Right, level complete, not much of a fuss. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.